The Houston Rockets cannot pass up this opportunity, as with an NBA superstar ready to hit the open market with an NBA allegation on him, we talk about why the Rockets would be smart to go out there and make a move for what would be the best free agent that is put on the market. Welcome into Rockets Digest, everybody. I'm Jace Andrews. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you might be. And today we have an interesting show for you because, of course, you saw Kawhi Leonard in those intro videos, and you're thinking, what in the world is he talking about? Why? He's not a free agent. It's the middle of the season. What's going on? Well, there is an intriguing contract dispute going on right now between Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers with some under-the-table money. Let's just say that. We first go to the report here from ESPN's Swetha Sudrin, who says this: the LA Clippers owner, Steve Ballmer, and the team are under investigation by the NBA following a report that Kawhi Leonard allegedly accepted a $28 million endorsement from a company called Aspiration as a way to circumvent the league's salary cap. Now, of course, that is an intriguing allegation. Now, this has kind of gone up and down. This report actually came out, I believe, in the fall, late fall area. However, when the trade deadline came along, it was really kind of put to bed. But then the Los Angeles Clippers were active at the NBA trade deadline and had some intriguing things kind of happen. The first of those things, obviously, is that they traded away Ivica Zubac and, of course, James Harden. Well, since that's when the aspiration allegations started to come back up, and it seems as though there was going to be repercussions dealt out to the Clippers in a way, but maybe more toward their, control of Kawhi Leonard. You see, the Dunk Central had a report saying any punishment from the aspiration scandal is expected to center on Kawhi Leonard's contract, while insiders believing the Clippers will avoid major discipline. This from Tin Kwame. I think this is an intriguing report, and here's the official kind of statement here. A lot of rumors of the Clippers thing about to come down. I heard it's going to be Kawhi-centric. The rumors I've heard is that it's going to be less about the Clippers and more about what's going to happen to Kawhi's contract. Now, why would this make him a free agent? Well, because this has happened one time before. Meet Joe Thomas, a guy who was drafted in the Joe Smith, who was a former first-round pick and had been drafted by the Warriors, and after his time with them, he signed 3 consecutive one-year deals with the Timberwolves for what was at the time way below his market value, and it ended up being that there was back-end money, and it was all a ploy to try and get his birds right and kind of be able to basically sign other big-name free agents. Well, why does this affect Kawhi Leonard? It continues on. 3 one-year deals, all below market value. That led to the repercussion behind it. Sean Hyken of USA Today said this: Smith became an unrestricted free agent and was free to sign with any team, including the Timberwolves. He signed a 1-year deal with the Detroit Pistons. So, we go through this once again. Tim Kwame says that if any repercussion comes down, which it sounds like it will at some point here, it's going to be Kawhi contract centered. The last time something like this happened, the player of note was released and became an unrestricted free agent. Kind of see where I'm going with this? There's a legitimate possibility that Kawhi Leonard just appears on the free agency market within the coming days. Now, of course, there are a lot of questions behind how this will work, when this will happen, and all the debates behind it, but with the Clippers in a position that they are, it's definitely an intriguing topic to discuss, and something that is a very real possibility, especially given this has happened once before in the NBA. Kawhi could easily kind of jump onto the market, and that would cause a frenzy amongst NBA teams. Now, in regards to the Rockets, this would be a perfect fit. 44 games played, 32.7 minutes per game, and 28 points per game. And while, yes, he is a small forward type, he can handle the ball really well. And I think for a lot of what the Rockets are looking for out of DFS, never really came to fruition. And while Kawhi Leonard is not a replication of DFS in terms of the way he plays. He's a better player. Flat out, we don't have to even beat around the bush there. He's a better player. He can come in here and compete and really put the Rockets into a different stratosphere in the terms of how people view them. And you're pairing up Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard together. That would be something that would be looked at as a top tier combination. Now, again, you'd have a small forward battle there where I think you'd probably move Kevin to power forward again. Small forward be Kawhi. But also we know the Rockets have kind of played without a point guard until last night when they had Reed Sheppard finally taking the court as a starter. And what did he do? Shot down amazing freaking three balls. But with that, besides the point, kind of looking back at Kawhi here, free agency is for sure an option. Of course, there is other ways around this. I think that there could be an option where the Clippers are forced to trade him. There's really not a inclination as to what the protocol is for this because, like I said, it only happened one time, and it was back in like 2000, 2004, somewhere around that area. I mean, I was barely alive the last time something like this happened in the NBA, and it's kind of I guess, uncharted course for the Rockets and for the entire NBA as a whole. Now, again, I think we can all agree that if Kawhi Leonard does open the market, he is going to be very, very good. You look at the past couple of years, 28 points per game this year with LA. That's actually the most he's had in any season in his career, if you can believe it. The last time he was even close to this was back in, 2017, 2018, where he had 26.6 points with the Toronto Raptors. Of course, we know how that season turned out. That went pretty well for him. He had 25.5 back with the Spurs in 2016, 2017. This is a guy who's been in the NBA since 2011, 2012, and would be a fantastic addition to anybody who he might end up with. I think the question that I ask you is this something you'd be considering going after? Now, of course, there are stipulations behind it, but would you want the Rockets to pursue Kawhi Leonard? If you would, then type Y for yes in the comment section. If you would not, then I want you to type in for no. I'm kind of curious for the opinion on this because I think there is going to be a lot of people who would say 100% yes, but I think there is a lot of people who might say no. I'm kind of intrigued for your 2 cents to see if this is an option you would want the Rockets to go after. I think it's a Y for yes for me. I would love to see them go after Kawhi. I think there is some hardcore stipulations with this and struggles because the Rockets are, in theory, hard capped at that first apron. So let's say Kawhi Leonard goes on the open market. They would have to break that hard cap in a theory in this way, and they have to pay him. And are you going to be cutting other people? Is there money moving around? In all reality, as much as I would love him on the team, I think there's just a lot of hoops to jump from if he would become available. So I'm intrigued to see how the situation goes, just strictly from a basketball perspective, because it's wild that we've even got to the point where he could be released. But secondly, I'm also just intrigued to see from a Rockets perspective, okay, he pops up in the open market. You're trying to figure out a way to make this team a contender because Rafael Stone believes they're not. Your contender value just popped up right in front of your face and would change your team. So it's intriguing, but ultimately we're going to wait and see what Adam Silver and the NBA decides with the contract and kind of figure out what's going on with that. But for now, though, guys, we do appreciate you watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you here on the show next time. Peace out.